Our next category is Best Top Number List Episode, and we have 6 fantastic nominees for you, highlighting the best and worst of everything from music to documentaries to a Nickelodeon cartoon and even holiday-themed comedy riffs. Quite an eclectic group. And the nominees are Animat's Top 10 List, Top 10 Documentaries on Animation,
If you're an animation fan, chances are that you have heard about the movie called The Thief and the Cobbler. And I don't necessarily mean the movie itself, but rather how it got the record for the longest production time for not just an animated film, but for a movie in general. Taking almost 3 decades from the start in 1964 all the way up to when it finally got into theaters in the 90s.
Cartoon Palooza Top 5 SpongeBob Episodes,
The Krusty Krab training video. The title, it don't mince words. It's exactly what it sounds like. We have a training video that potential Krusty Krab employees, i.e. nobody, would watch and understand a little more about what they're getting themselves into. I love how it embodies the aspects of your typical training video. Personal hygiene, history, pop quizzes, dumb acronyms, you name it. I think I appreciate this episode more as an adult than I did as a kid, now that I've actually gone to job orientations like 20 or 30 times already.
The DVD Shelf Top Spots, Top 10 Hidden Gems,
And at number 8 is 1989's comedy UHF. Weird Al Yankovic is mostly known for his musical parodies that recreate famous songs utilizing comedic lyrics. However, after finding success with his music in the 80s, he decided to write and star in a movie in which he played a daydreaming nobody that ended up running a small-time cable channel full of bizarre shows, including the surprise hit show hosted by the janitor Stanley, played by Michael Richards before he was famous for being Kramer.
Huey's Animated Movie Reviews, the top 10 worst animated Disney songs,
And then at night we play, we swing on limbs of trees till we wake up the bees.
These are the things we lost boys do.
Now, in all honesty, Return to Neverland is actually a pretty decent sequel. Not perfect, mind you, but still pretty decent. However, the only really bad thing I can say about it is the Lost Boys' new song, So To Be One of Us.
This song is so grating and annoying, it makes you want to punch these fursuited hooligans.
Pan Pizza, top 10 worst animated reboots or revivals,
Sugar, spice, and oh, the reboot doesn't do that anymore. Powerpuff Girls 2016 at first feels like the old show, but you eventually realize they managed to screw up everything.
Trouble! Let's go, Bubbles! But what about Buttercup? She'll be there.
The main joke about Powerpuff Girls is that it's cutesy soft girls in a sharp pointy rough world full of threatening villains. But the reboot is cutesy soft girls in a cutesy soft world full of cutesy soft villains.
and South Jersey Sam, top 7 Riff Tracks Christmas riffs.
Number 6. Fun in Balloon Land. Now this one I'm kind of cheating with since it's apparently a Thanksgiving movie. But hey, there's Santa, so that counts, right? On a serious note, most people probably recognize this movie from Brad Jones's review, but it was Riff Tracks that truly introduced this Zeppelin-sized abomination onto me. The story? There is no story. It just seems like a crappy promotion for parade balloons that just seem to be disturbingly uncomfortable to watch.
But the briar roses with their awful thorns open magically for me.
I wish they'd mic'd me, by the way, instead of having to shout across the warehouse.
And the best top number list episode goes to Animat's top 10 documentaries on animation. The nominees in our next category really got their creative juices flowing, as they did some clever special effects or animation, even of themselves. The nominees for Best Individual Animation or Special Effect are Matt Renee for Animat's Anime Reaction in Animat's Reviews Hellsing Ultimate.
What the fridge is this? I'm just absolutely lost about what I even watch. What am I even supposed to do with this review? Am I even allowed to show anything when everybody gets sliced and diced like cheese and fruit? How am I even gonna get out of this one? Maybe some research could help me out.
Logan Miller for Forgetful Hagrid in Some Jerk with a Camera, Harry Potter, Universal Hollywood.
Hey, Scarhead!
Harry!
Right, of course. Hey, it's, what's-his-face?
Dumbledore!
Right, of course. Great man, what's-his-face? Hey, you, who must not be named.
Voldemort.
Right. Wait, what?
Voldemort.
Right. I'm so bad with names. Voldemort.
Pan Pizza for Pan Pizza in Pan Pizza Kim Possible Review Retrospect.
Around the time of 2002, it was Disney Channel's most popular TV series with 4 seasons and 2 TV movies. A Villain of the Week cartoon about a crime-fighting agent saving the world while balancing high school. Imagine this as a young James Bond. I meant a teenage James Bond.
And James Sullivan for The Overthinker in Jaimetud from Pages to Pictures, The Lorax.
The world of Zeus must remain simple and unquestioned at all costs!
Freedom! Unlimited freedom! I am the logic! All the burst cars will be mine!
And the best individual animation or special effect goes to James Sullivan for The Overthinker and Jaimetud from Page to Pictures, The Lorax. Okay. Best multi-part episode is the next category. These involve the creator and host needing 3 or more episodes to tackle a certain subject. And these folks succeeded at wanting us to click on the next part. The nominees are Animation Look Back, The History of Looney Tunes.
We'd have to swing back in time a little bitty bit. Back during the 1920s to be precise, with 2 young animators named Hugh Harman and Rudolph Ising. In the beginning of their animation careers, they were working for Walt Disney back in Kansas City with the Laugh-O-Gram shorts, and the 2 would move to California with Disney to work on his first Hollywood projects.
Cartoon Palooza, the animated films of 2016.
And after seeing it, all I gotta say is, it's a fringe movie, which is why you're gonna see it next time. And the movie that beat it out was Sausage Party. From the moment I saw This Is the End, I was up for anything Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen had planned. When they announced that they would work on an adult animated comedy in the same vein as Fritz the Cat, I was all in. What we got was Sausage Party. This movie delivered on every end it promised.
Jaimetud from Pages to Pictures, the Chris Van Allsburg trilogy.
On today's show, I'd like to start off a little mini-series on what I like to call the Chris Van Allsburg trilogy.
For those of you who don't know, Chris Van Allsburg is a children's book author and illustrator who's managed to make a lasting impression in his almost 40 years in the industry. Although he's not achieved the level of fame as Dr. Seuss, his astounding artwork is pretty unmistakable with its mostly softened but often highly realistic depictions of his characters.
And Some Jerk with a Camera, the Haunted Mansion movie.
There's a common misconception that this movie was only made because the first Pirates movie did so well. But actually, it came out less than 5 months after Pirates, and there were teasers for it a full year in advance. At that point, the only theme park movie ever made was one of the biggest flops of 2002. So naturally, they hired the director of another big flop of 2002 and the star of the biggest flop of 2002!
And the best multi-part episode goes to... Get down there. Okay. Animation Look Back, The History of Looney Tunes. Probably sick of me at this point, so I'm going to hand the stage over to some fun presenters. First, to present Best Crossover Special is the man you know as Jaimetud, who you can always look to for a good book recommendation. James Sullivan.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The art of the crossover special is an interesting one indeed. The combination of 2 or more personalities on the screen can either make or break each other, depending on how well they gel. For example, if they don't work very well together, maybe no one's ever going to watch you again. On the other hand, if you do gel well together, the audience will come back to see you in droves because the 2 of you fit well like a 2-piece suit. Which reminds me, Sorry, I just got home from work. I have been changed out of this. Let me
Let me change into something a little bit more appropriate. There we go. That's a little more like it. Can't win them all. The nominees for Best Crossover are...
Matt Bernay and Joseph Patrick for Cartoon Palooza, The Smurfs. Joseph Gerbinski and Logan Reidenbaugh for Huey's Animated Movie Reviews, The Jungle King. Tony Goldmark, Josh Langland, and Jack Shen for Some Jerk with a Camera, The Haunted Mansion Movie. And Brandon Karcher and Logan Reidenbaugh for Huey's Animated Movie Reviews, The Top 10 Worst Animated Disney Songs.
And the winners of the Best Crossover Special are... Ooh, my boy! Matt Bernay and Joseph Patrick for Cartoon Palooza, The Smurfs.
Best writing for an individual episode will be presented by the wacky, wonderful, completely unpredictable, but frequently hilarious host of that show, the craziest internet video party around, Ryan Hipp.
Hello, this is Ryan Hipp at the Oak Hollow Mall in High Point, North Carolina on its final day of operation to present the Mr. Coat Contributor Award for Best Writing for an Individual Episode. Writing is very important. Motherfuckers. I like pants. Now, here are the nominees. Sam Flemming, Danny Mitchell and Logan Reidenbaugh. Jaimetud, From Pages to Pictures, The Jungle Book Tony Goldmark, Some Jerk with a Camera, Harry Potter at Universal Hollywood. Pan Pizza, Duckman Review David Rose, The DVD Shelf, Stephen King's James Sullivan, Jaimetud, From Pages to Pictures, The Lorax, and the winner is... James Sullivan, Jaimetud, From Pages to Pictures, The Lorax, Congratulations, James Sullivan. Number sign Connie 2012.
Oh, Ryan, you and your funny antics. He's a charmer. To present Best Title Card, I'm going to bring out that chap from South Jersey. I may not understand any of his wrestling references, but he's always a boatload of fun when reacting to a video game. Please welcome Sam Flemming.
Art has been known to be a real eye-catcher throughout the years. In the past, it was to help be significant and to have something symbolize the meaning towards the image made within the canvas. And in today's world, within the internet, it remains the same way. And as time passes, artwork has changed for better or worse. When it comes to the internet, there are artists who can do so much within the title card artwork that their only limitation is their own imagination, much like any other artist. With that said, here are the nominees for Best Title Card. Jeremy Fasaldo for Some Jerk with a Camera, The Haunted Mansion Movie Part 1. Kim C. Jones for Huey's Animated Movie Reviews, Kubo on the Two Strings. Michael Kimpton and Matt Bernay for Jaimetud, From Pages to Pictures, The Polar Express. David Rose for The DVD Shelf, Top Spots, The Top 10 Hidden Gems. And Daniel Swallow for Jaimetud, From Pages to Pictures, The Jungle Book. And now to make things interesting, the winning title card will be unveiled here for all to enjoy. Drum roll, please. Well, looks like we have ourselves a winning piece of art. Congratulations on the artist for such an amazing job. The floor is all yours, Mr. Coat.